Hey guys, so I'm here with Nathan Walker, Australian Stanley Cup champion, and now also ambassador for the 2019 Ice Hockey Classic. So what was it, Nathan, that kind of attracted you to that role, even though you can't play?
I think it's just a great thing they do here. It's for a great cause, and I think it's good for the people of Australia to see the sport.
And why is it that it's so important to support organisations like Stop Concussions?
I mean, they just do such a great job with it all, and for them to go through all the trouble that they do to provide this event, and I think it goes a long way, and it definitely raises eyes to the concussion side of things as well.
Now, another part of this tour, obviously, is promoting the game here down under. What do you think, sort of like, I guess, the organisations in, say, Australia and New Zealand need to do to help give ice hockey more of a stronger foothold in such a crowded sporting market?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough. I think the climate down here doesn't help the sport, which isn't good. But I think numbers over the year have definitely increased, and I know back in the Shire where I'm from, the number of players that have coming out of there have increased a bit too. So that's definitely a bonus.
Shire, as in Cronulla?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you ever see that show, The Shire?
Yeah, I did.
Get ready to meet your new friends from the Shire.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where you could probably end that one, yeah. So as an ambassador, have you been trying to, I guess, coerce your teammates in, say, the Capitals and the Hershey Bears to come check out Australia?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've thrown the invite out there for guys to come, but it's their summer as well, right? So it's totally up to them. But there's a lot of players here that look forward to the event, and that it's definitely a good event to go and watch and see.
And speaking of the NHL, you sit in a rather prestigious company where you scored on your debut. And I think afterwards you went on Sportsnet and they asked you, what was your street cred like having played in the NHL?
Do you have any street cred in Australia because you play in the NHL?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't think so, though.
I think you're humble and you played it down there. But now that you've won a Stanley Cup, where do you think your street cred sits in Australia?
I don't know. I don't think it's very high, to be honest. I mean, it's ice hockey, and not many people here know about it, unfortunately. But it's it was definitely a pretty special thing to be a part of there. And I know for the ice hockey community here, they were pretty proud about it.
Awesome. And have you had any kind of interesting interactions with some of the NHL players, when they found out you're Australian? Any kind of you go throw another shrimp on the barbie kind of chirps at you?
Yeah, I hear that one a good amount, but it's not too bad, to be honest with you.
Nice. I guess it's good novelty to have an Australian. Hopefully one day we'll see a Kiwi in the NHL, maybe. Yeah. With obviously NHL free agency coming up, you're coming into I guess a newer period of your career, coming in as a UFA. How are you feeling heading into July 1st?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Washington have been really good to me, and we'll see where that goes, but. It's going to be interesting to see what happens then.
Do you see yourself, is that kind of your number one hope that you would return to Washington? You've been in that system for 6 years. They've obviously helped you a lot with your development. Were you kind of more keeping your options open in this time?
I mean, like I said before, they've always been good to me, so I've got no reason to not go back there. Obviously I want to play in the NHL, and whatever organization will give me the best chance to do that.
Going when away from the rink, a lot of pros like to do different things to switch off, say play video games or whatever else, watch Netflix. What is something that you really like to do during your me time?
I like to play golf. Golf and video games pretty high up there, I think. But yeah, that's probably about it.
What's because I know a lot of the guys play Fortnite. Is that your go-to as well?
Yeah, we had a big squad back in Hershey that we jump online with, so that was good times.
And I hear that along with playing hockey when you were a kid, you juggled rugby. What position did you play? I kind of want to say you were a halfback.
I played 5'8" for a little bit, and in the centers too.
Nice. And of course, who do you see winning the Rugby World Cup this year? It's got to be an All Blacks three-peat, right?
No, I think Australia's got this one.
We'll see. A bit of drama. But, Aussies and Kiwis alike, we love our rugby because of the physicality. But, of course, hockey has a lot of that as well. So what would you say to kids out there? What would you say to them to try and sell them on this sport?
just give it a go. I mean, it's definitely a lot easier to go grab a rugby ball from Rebel Sport and kick that around than try find some ice and get your skates on. But it's a fun sport, and I mean, every kid that I've spoken to, they always smile in every practice I go to. So it's definitely a fun sport. I know it's kind of pricey, but it's at the end of the day, you want to make your kids happy.